to Lulicat Tarot. Today's reading is which gods or goddesses stand with you. Choose from the following vibes. Hi and welcome to Lulicat Tarot. I am Leisha, aka Lulicat, and this is my free tarot channel on YouTube. If you chose Portal, this is your reading on what gods and goddesses stand with you. So first we're going to identify the deities and then find out what themes they want to look at with the oracle cards and some tarot. And we're then going to get some advice and a prophecy to finish up. So I have two decks here. One is the Goddesses and Sirens deck, and the other is the Gods and Titans. I've kind of just mixed them together to try and get a really even spread of what deities can come out. I don't want it to just be coming from only gods or only goddesses. I want it to be a bit of a mix for whoever is in your energy right now. So Spirit, please let us know which deities are coming out for the Portal Collective, please. Okay, we have Focus. This looks like a Norse god. And we're going to get 3. Oh. We have, Garuda, Travel. And I believe Garuda is like the bird dragon that I think it's Vishnu flies on. And let's get one more. A lot of masculine energy here. Oh, and we have a female goddess, Numen, expansiveness. So I'm just going to read out their descriptions from the book because I don't know every single goddess and god that there is. So we also have on the back of the deck Hathor, contentment, which is the Egyptian goddess of motherhood. So for, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Let's have a look. So for in the blanket of white that is the snowfield awaits a figure with a bow. Camouflaged against his enemies, he hardly moves, and when he does, it is with deliberate grace and surety. The clear eye's glaze is short and runs along the straightness of the arrow. The tip duly glows against the flush of the fingers holding it steady. Without ado, with complete ease, the bow is released, and a hiss of energy, and then the dull thump of the arrow impacting deep into its target. Then and then only does the bowman breathe out Only then does he move to become more leather-clad deity than snowman, and rising up to his full height, we see Ul, the Norse god of marksmen. Ul is a very old deity whose path seems to cross both Germanic and Scandinavian peoples. Being a great marksman could mean the difference between eating and an empty belly, fighting and winning, or fighting and dying, so Ul was an important god to have on your side. Should you go out to hunt, trap, or chase and travel the distances in a harsh environment, you would call upon Ul for the focus required for success. It was Ul who invented skiing and snowshoeing, and he is seen in ancient artworks and primitive-looking sleds and skis. Ul can be called upon when you need more focus and clarity in your life. No matter how harsh the terrain, Ul can get you through to where you wish to be. He can assist with stamina you need to complete a task when all around you there are distractions. That's interesting because we also have Garuda here. I'm just going to read Garuda as well. Garuda. From a great golden egg was bird-bodied god Garuda born. The cosmic shock of the crack lit up the universe, and so powerful was he that all, including all other deities, shook in terror. Reducing his size and energy to make himself more friendly to the gods, Garuda flew from heaven to earth, delivering nectar. One of the more ancient Hindu gods, he is featured in the Vedas, the oldest text in Hinduism, and later in the great epic, the Mahabharata, and is much loved for his assistance to Vishnu in a number of heroic avatars. Perhaps the most well-known story featuring Garuda is that of the kidnapping of his mother, Vinata, after she lost a bet to her sister, the serpent queen Kadru. Garuda asked the serpents what it would take to free his mother. They answered with a hiss, the elixir of immortality, Amrita. The Amrita sat in heaven with the gods, and they had it well guarded not just by a ring of fire and a machine of whirring blades, but by 2 poisonous snakes of great mass and evilness. Although he knew the gods were omniscient, he knew and would know of his plans, brave Garuda flew to comfort them and battle for the Amrita. Powered with the love of his mother and flying with super speed, Garuda defeated all comers. Spitting into the fire, the water of the rivers he sucked up, he extinguished it. Vishnu, as the preserver, did not wish to battle the good god Garuda, and instead it was suggested that a gentler agreement be reached. Vishnu granted Garuda immortality, and Garuda promised to support Vishnu by being his flying companion. Today, Garuda is still a potent symbol of flight, it's even the name of Indonesia's national airline. Call upon Garuda when you're about to undertake a difficult journey or for protection while traveling. If you need to make a connection flight, Garuda will listen to your petition and help you make the plane. Okay, and then let's just look at Nuit. Nuit's energy is as high as the sky, big as the universe, and as bright as a star. Within the Egyptian pantheon, Nuit played the role of a sky goddess. Whilst the celestial heavens were held up and were her body, below, in a mirror image, was her brother, the earth god Jeb. The infinite sky and the sparkling stars above were expressions of the nature of Nuit. The idea of wonder, unlimited possibility, infinity, and the eternity of life were all the mysteries of Nuit. As a goddess of death, it is said that when one died, the body rested in her energy, and thus her image was often painted on the lids of the sarcophagi, remembering that death is in fact a part of rebirth. For the Egyptians, Nut was also a mother. Isis, Osiris, Set, and Horus were born from her. The sun god Ra was said to be born from her star-strewn body and swallowed again at sunset. Nut invites us to share the infinite and expand accordingly. Her flowing energy suggests to us that there is nothing we can't do and encourages us to embrace big possibilities. While many of us are fearful to expand and take risks in that growth, Nuit encourages traveling forward with a strong intention anyway. When you're feeling small, when you're stuck in the tiny details, when you feel like there is no place in the world for you, Nut is the perfect goddess to assist you to find relief. She's also encouraging to those who feel they need to have the answers all the time. which can be exhausting on so many levels. Not knowing actually leads to growth too. The idea that there are some things that should stay unexplained due to the beauty of mystery is very much one that Nuit champions. So I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I recognize it as the Egyptian sky goddess, Nuit, they are spelling it, but I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. These all seem to flow into each other though. So Wool is about focus, strength, clarity. Garuda is like safely traveling or escaping. And then Nuit is like into new possibilities. Let's have a look at the themes that they want you to focus on. So I'm going to start with Wool. What actually means focus? What would they like us to focus on? Okay, we have manifestation coming out, and we'll also get a theme from the Black Moon astrology cards for Wool. What are we focusing on? What are you bringing into the Portal Collective's life? Capricorn energy I use. Okay. So this is the energy of working hard and dreaming up. And also working cleverly. So I want to now get some tarot cards so that we can delve deeper into the message from all for the Portal Collective. We have the King of Swords reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed. What else for this manifestation? We have the Page of Cups reversed. And we have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups reversed. Back of the deck we have Wheel of Fortune reversed. I promise you all these cards are not reversed. They have been shuffled many times. I feel like this energy is, it's asking you to identify around you. It's asking you to identify things that are blocking your manifestation and blocking your progress. Capricorn is all about progression. Capricorn is the mastery of the earth sign. And it's almost as though you're being blocked because you're looking too granularly at what is happening around you. So the King of Swords is showing me reverse that you don't have the full picture, or you're not seeing the full picture. There are things that must be let go with the Four of Pentacles coming out. The Page of Cups in reverse is also saying that some offers need to be rejected. Some emotional offers. They don't even need to be considered. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed as well. So it's like you've been going through a period of time that is it's almost overwhelming. It's emotionally overwhelming for you. The other thing is that there are people around you who are being or there are energies around you that are quite like misleading and false. It's like something was promised to you, some kind of progression has been promised to you. However, it's starting to become clear that these promises were false promises and they're not actually leading you. Oh, I see. Someone's using you to push their own manifestation forward. And Ul is asking you to focus on removing this energy from your life. Let's see what What's the advice? What's the advice from all? Two of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Magician in the upright. The advice is that you have to reject. You have to reject in secret, and you have to build in secret for now. We've got the Magician here, which is proving that your manifestations are high right now. Like, your energy is strong. What you are trying to accomplish is just on the precipice of coming into reality. It's like you have everything that you need, but the energy around you isn't fruitful. It's not, and it's also, there's no clarity here. But all is also asking you to hide in the darkness as well. So we have the Two of Swords, which is showing me that your advice is to keep things, it's not like keeping them, it's not exactly keeping them hidden, but it's like, don't allow the information to be known just yet. And some information, something about it is like your attitude. Your attitude has to reject something. There's something that has to be left behind. Someone, in fact. But their opinion or their favor is currently required. So you have to tread very carefully and allow them to assume that you are with them or that you are on their team. And just notice what it is that they're doing. So focus on identifying the dishonesty, the dishonest actions. So if you are having a conversation with someone, say this is someone from work or whatever, you're explaining to them how you feel about something, and they interrupt you to agree with you, but the way that they are agreeing is intended to highlight to you something that would be like something that would disrupt your mental clarity, your focus. It's like they're trying to intimidate you almost. They're trying to, like, so you're all right, you're trying to pull the bow back and shoot with clarity and shoot with purpose. You're trying to climb, and this person is coming along going, blah, 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 you know, trying to interfere with your ability to get something done correctly or get something done to your ability, which is like, you have the skills here required to get what you need done. But someone is definitely trying to interfere and stop that. But at this point, you don't have the ability to make a stand, so to speak. You can't come forward and say, I see what you're doing and I don't like it. You have to kind of hide that you even feel this way at the moment. This is what all is trying to tell you. All is saying, clock it, but don't openly react to it. So let's see what Garuda wants you to focus on at this time. Or what Garuda is bringing, or what Garuda is removing from your life. Okay, Garuda is bringing confidence. And we'll also get an astrology card to have a look. What are we focusing on with Garuda? What are we focusing on for the Portal Collective? Okay, we have, wow, we have the lunar eclipse change. That's crazy because we are about to begin eclipse season right now. At the time of filming this, it's the 21st of October. And we have an eclipse coming up very soon. Okay, so we have travel from Garuda, confidence and change. There is a big move, a big escape, and a big change coming through to end this rat energy over here. Okay, so let's get a bit more clarity with tarot. What is Garuda asking us to focus on? What's the issue that they are highlighting in your life at the moment? We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is how you want the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords in reverse is escaping. It's being released from mental imprisonment. What else? We have the Five of Swords in the upright, winning at all costs. What else? We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's either acting without thinking or not acting at all. Let's see. I feel like, wow, it's all swords over here. We have the Five of Cups. And one more. Okay. Yeah, this was trying to come out before. The King of Cups. All right. What Garuda is highlighting right now is it's the feeling that you've had to accept many losses. Back of the deck we have the World in reverse. So this has been going on for quite some time. You have been having to accept defeat, and you've had to accept people intruding in your plans, and this has like left you with this feeling of you're out of control of your own life, and that's where your confidence is being renewed. So the King of Cups is here saying that you have had to hide, basically not hide, but you have had to control your emotions, even though you've been feeling incredibly bereft or incredibly like emotionally moved by things around you not happening in your favor. In some way, shape or form, you have known that this is required. This energy is required. This silent energy is required from you for you to be able to eventually escape. And you've had to kind of keep a lid on things in order to get your escape route happening. We have fives here as well. And you also have lunar eclipse change. So there is an emotional battle, and there's also a psychological battle as well, that you feel like you're not winning at this time, but you're actually going to be receiving a kind of emotional escape plan from Garuda. Garuda is assisting you to safety. I did it. I didn't say anything yet, but the Queen of Cups want to come out in reverse. But anyway, so I'm still shuffling, okay? So I want to know what advice Garuda has for you at this time. Ten of Swords in reverse. What is the advice? Okay, Nine of Pentacles in the upright. And Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is good. Back of the deck we have the Ten of Wands. This is echoing the Ten of Swords in reverse energy. It's like your energy has been always assuming the worst, and you're kind of taking this energy with you everywhere you go. And Garuda is saying you need to release this energy that is like you feel like you've lost before you've even begun, and it stops you from having the confidence to step forward into the new changes that they're trying to push you through. It seems like the eclipse season is going to play a big role in this, in moving you through. Expect big changes. We also see the Nine of Pentacles here. So like there's going to be some kind of money coming towards you. Maybe a new job. Something that leaves you a lot better off financially and resolves a lot of the immediate issues or fears that you have. Once these fears are resolved by this like new influx of material goods, or like it's like you find yourself, it's like you need to focus on what you have and actually have a lot, or you're going to be given a lot. And we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, which is like saying, don't give any more away. Don't be giving to, especially don't be giving to the people and the situations that have kept you feeling trapped. It's time now to give only towards yourself and the people around you who value you. But refrain from giving any more energy out than is necessary. You also have to let go of the mind frame of you're never gonna win, you're never gonna lose. Because Garuda is here, like your safe passageway is promised. And your new changing life is coming through. But it's like having too much fear is stopping these changes. It's stopping, not having the confidence to move forward is stopping your ability to manifest the next cycle of your life. You're holding on to old fearful energy instead of focusing on what it is that you can bring into this life. So let's have a look now at nut. I think it's nut. I don't know. Let's have a look at what themes she would like to bring up for you. Okay, we have forgiveness. Forgiveness. Back of the deck, we have new beginnings. And one more card. Okay, we have Virgo. I analyze. More earth energy. Back of the deck is the 4th house, roots. Okay, let's get some clarity with tarot. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the High Priestess in the upright. The Tower in the upright. We have the Chariot in the upright. Oh, I love this actually. And we have the Knight of Wands in the upright. This is so good. All right. Newt is saying that the hierarchies or the controlling, manipulative people, back of the deck is a Page of Swords in the upright. Those structures are going to be removed with the Tower. And all you have to do is know that these energies are working behind the scenes to clear your pathway. We have like, it's a fast moving energy, like it's going to happen very quickly, like maybe just after the eclipse. We have the Tower, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. There's nothing faster than these three. The Knight of Wands is in and out, and the Knight of Wands is an adventurer. The Chariot is a card of winning, and the Tower is like an immediate fall. If someone is talking about timing, the Tower is almost instantaneous. It is right now. It is happening as we speak. Like behind the scenes, there are energies, deities working for you, ensuring your safe passage to, it looks like a new, like where you were supposed to be going is going to be like exciting. It's like travel. The travel is so highlighted here. You may be like visiting many different countries. You're like, there's short trips in and out. It's also like, it's like a lot of winning energy, like righteous winning. Like where you go, you'll be celebrated. There's definitely a lot of celebration here. The Chariot is like, you know, it's like a parade down the street. And the Knight of Wands is like he's the righteous fighting knight who fights for the people. You know, he has charisma, he's beloved. So for me, the Tower feels like for you, it's like you've been waiting for this Tower for a long time. We've got the Emperor reversed and the High Priestess here in the upright, which is highlighting that it's that same energy of clock it, but don't say anything about it. There's no need for you to say anything at this time. You just need to know in the background that things are happening. If you start to see things moving, some things you may not see the justice of these things. You know, some people may have done many things to you. Just know that they're going to be dealt with. You may not see these things being dealt with, but they are going to be dealt with. Any kind of person or institution that has tried to take control of your life or take control of where you go, what you do, these things are being swiftly removed from your life. Newt wants you to know that there will be, when these things happen, you won't hold the spirit of like anxiety and anger that you've held over here that has, you know, kind of been plaguing you. You'll be so in your element and so happy with where you have moved towards. Like looking back, you'll have a feeling of forgiveness towards those people, and it's almost as if things that happened to them, you almost think that these energies have gone too far, like the karma really hit them hard, but it's only going to be exactly as they deserve. There's going to be so much room for you. There's going to be so much room for you to set up. So we've got a new beginning. We've got the 4th house in the back of the deck as well, so that's roots. So it's like you're going to be either moving to a new place. It's a whole new breath of fresh air for you, and you're so excited and you're so energetic about this. This is going to be something that you absolutely cannot wait to begin. So let's see what the advice is from Nick. We have the Star in reverse. Star in reverse is about not giving up hope. It's about things feeling hopeless, but don't give up hope. The road has been long for you. Like, we know this road has been very long. But the Star is here, so your wish is going to be granted. We have the 5 of Wands. Keep fighting. Also, if you can, fight in a way that is like playful and energetic, and not in intending to harm, but more in, I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. If you want to come to me with this argument, I will have this argument with you, but I'm not going to have it in a way where it's, you know, disrespectful or harmful or rude. It's coming in a way of, this is the reality of it. I'm not going to back down from something that I believe in. So you're being asked not to back down from any fight. We have a bit of a story. Queen of Cups has come out again. Oh my days. Okay. This is like not for you. This is not what you are having to do, but this is something that's happening in the background. It's like perhaps a previous counterpart or a partner who has been quite a toxic energy in your life. They're going to make some stupid mistake, and it's going to radically remove them from your energy. Someone might have a toxic ex-partner or something, or someone who's been trying to manipulate you. You're being advised to ignore that person, stay away from that person. They're still in the same energy. They're still in the same frequency. They haven't learned. And life is actually going to teach them a new story. That's not going to be for all of you. That's just going to be for some of you, or maybe, you know, 10% of you. But okay, and we've got the Page of Wands in reverse and the Hangman in reverse as advice as well. So that's like when people are trying to draw you out or speak to you or pull you into maybe an argument, or to make you feel like you're not going anywhere. Don't invest in that energy. Take your energy away from it. Be indifferent towards these kinds of energies, and take a back step, as in don't take action, but sit and contemplate what it is. Why is it that they are trying to give you this mind frame? And it's just, usually it's just to instill unnecessary fear. On the back of the deck we have the Three of Wands in reverse. This is going to happen really quickly, a lot quicker than you've been thinking. There is some big changes coming for you, Portal Collective. And that's what a portal is, isn't it? You jump into it and suddenly you're zapped out of your life and into something else. So I just want to get some advice from these deities as to just some further advice. So we've got, yes, Capricorn energy again, and Earth energy with Virgo. We've got your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. Let's get one more. So keep working hard, keep putting in the energy, and just disregard those people that are trying to come in between you and your goals. They don't actually have any power here. They don't have the power that you think they have. They can't stop you from getting where it is you need to go. You're going there anyway. You're pretty much one step away from the portal, and there's no way that they can get in between you at this stage. Please get one more advice card. Yep. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast. There is no way for you to lose in this situation as long as you keep going forward. And this is Libra energy, so this is balance, staying balanced. Back of the deck we have don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Leo energy, Libra energy, Capricorn, Virgo energy might be significant for you. And let's get a prophecy from the gods. Can we please have a prophecy for the Portal Collective? What is the prophecy you would like to leave them with after this reading? What prophecy do you have for the Portal Collective? Okay, commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Confirmation that you are stepping into the next amazing part, the next valuable, materially satisfying stage of your life. And there's no worries that you need to have. At this time, back of the deck, we have difficult times. Be on your guard against a chaos, as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. Yeah, that feels like this, but you're now moving into this. Alright, so Portal Collective, that was your reading on what gods and goddesses are standing with you at this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Okay, bye. Hi and welcome to Lulicat Tarot. I am Leisha, aka Lulicat, and this is my free tarot channel on YouTube. If you chose the Lovers, this is your reading on what gods and goddesses stand with you. So we're going to identify the deities, and then we're going to find out what themes they want you to look at, narrowing those down with oracle cards and tarot cards. We're then going to get some advice, and finally we're going to get a prophecy from them. So I've got two decks. One is Gods and Titans, the other one is the Goddesses and Sirens. These are both by Stacey, Demarco and Jimmy Manton. I've shuffled them up like so there's a bit of each in each pile because the decks are so large. But I didn't want to just only get, you know, an equal amount of gods and goddesses. I wanted the cards to come out, you know, in the distribution that they want to come out in. So let's just start looking at this half. What gods and goddesses are looking after the lovers collective, please, Spirit? What gods and goddesses would like to come forward? What deities would like to come forward at this time for the lovers collective? Oh! Did we have one? Did something come out? Yeah, we did. Wow! We got Lilith. Quality. Of course she would come out in a hidden way like that. Welcome, Lilith. I absolutely love Lilith. The story of Lilith goes back to, well, for some, it goes back to there are some, well, she's quite an old deity like this. She's a Babylonian deity that looks after children. And she's also known to be Adam's first wife from Adam and Eve, the biblical story. So Lilith was made from the same as, we also have Shiva for you. Shiva coming out, destroyer, cool. So Lilith was made from the same as Adam and saw herself as his equal, and when he wanted to lay with her, basically sleep with her, she didn't want to. She didn't want to go beneath him because she felt she was equal to him. So she scorned him and ran off, basically. And she protects children, I believe. She's also like a dark goddess, I guess. You would say that Lilith would be empowering the dark feminine. So Shiva is a god, a Hindu god. I think he is closely related to Kali, but I'm gonna read the descriptions out of the book because I don't want to I don't want to piss off any gods or goddesses by saying things that are incorrect about them. So we'll have a look soon. What else is coming out for the lovers? The lovers collective, please. What other deities would like to be known? Okay, we have Green Man, Abundance. Interesting. Back of the deck we have Prometheus, Altruism. Prometheus was a primordial god who kind of stole the gift of fire and creativity and inspiration and gave it to the humans, which gave them more equal footing in their wars or like their battles with the gods. Before this, they almost didn't have a chance. So this made Zeus very angry, and Zeus chained Prometheus to a rock, I think, where I think it's like eagles peck out his liver every single day, and because he's a god, his liver regrows every night. So that was his punishment from Zeus. So let's have a look at Lilith. What do they say about Lilith here? J-K-L. Hard to remember which letters come first. Okay. So within Jewish folklore, and within some mystical traditions, Adam had a first wife before Eve. Her name was Lilith. Story is told thus: God created Adam from clay and said, "It is not good for man to be alone." He then created a woman from the same earth, exactly as he created Adam. "I will not lie below you, I'm your equal," said Lilith. Adam rose up and said, "No, I'm superior, I will always lie on top." She couldn't believe this and said, "We are equals as we were made the same way by God." So Lilith flew away into the air as far as Adam as she could go. God said to the angels, "If she comes back, all is well, and I have made her well. If not, tell her she will be expelled and that she will agree that 100 of her children will die every day." The angels found Lilith flying over the sea and told her of God's ultimatum. "Leave me now," she said to the angels. "God has now made me cursed to cause illness to babies, but if you leave me now, I promise I'll leave the children alone who wear your name in amulets around their necks." Lilith then became expelled from God's love and thus a demon. Her children became demons too, and was said that every day 100 of them die. However, Lilith kept to her word and spared any child with the angels' names and necklaces. And it is tradition to this day that babies can wear amulets for protection. Not surprisingly, Lilith has become somewhat of a feminist icon in modern times and a much-loved symbol of the feminine divine. In Wiccan and certain occult traditions, Lilith is seen as a powerful force for equality between masculine and feminine and for women to assert justice-filled power. In much of Western society, women still do not receive equal pay. Third world countries, they are often the one to suffer the most in food shortages and higher death rates due to maternal mortality. So she's definitely a protector of children and women and fights for equality. Let's look to Shiva now. The Lord Shiva comes dancing into our earthly plane in many forms and has many faces, but it is his role as Shiva the Destroyer that we will examine here. Shiva is the third aspect of the Hindu trinity, Brahma being the creator and Vishnu being the preserver. While some fear the idea of destruction, it's important to see this action as a part of the natural continuing cycle of all things and in some way a relief from the burden of suffering. Shiva is both ascetic and erotic. There is nothing extra with Shiva. All that is not real is destroyed, yet there is the essential masculine energy left for his connection with Parvati, his consort. Shiva is often pictured stepping on the demon of ignorance as he disassembles what is not needed. By letting go of old beliefs and false identities, we become freer and in the end more enlightened. Shiva worshippers in India are amongst the most wild-looking of all yogis with ungroomed hair and covered in ash. The symbol of Shiva, the Shiva lingam, is commonly found in most Hindu homes along with the balancing symbol of Parvati. Okay, and let's have a look at Green Man. I actually have heard of Green Man, but I can't remember what I read. Okay. Oh, it's like Celtic. So, walk through any rural area in the Glastonbury and Cornwall areas of Britain and you'll likely see a leafy face appearing, it seems, up through the ground itself. In churches in Spain and France, his features appear carved into the columns. In Wales, his face appears carved into the trees. Entwined with curling vines, the very essence of growth and fertility, the Green Man crosses many cultures and countries. His is perhaps one of the oldest energies, that of the glorious abundance of earth and its plants, lord of the woods, forests, and all that grows there. The Green Man has vitality and renewal flowing through his foliate frame. In the Wiccan tradition, the Green Man is related to the horned god and is often used to represent the masculine divine. The gods Cernunnos, Pan, and even Osiris are also considered close energetic relations. There is also a very strong birth, death, rebirth aspect to the Green Man, mimicking the natural flow of life. Should the Green Man unfurl in your life, know that growth is underway and is bound to bring with it prosperity in all things. The deep energies of earth are at work to assist you co-create the green that you want, whether that is health or wealth. The green man also fosters feelings of enthusiasm and passion and works side by side with you as things expand, transform, and grow. Ask yourself, what is it that you wish to grow? What seeds need to be sown? Great. Very interesting. All right, so we're going to get some themes for each of these deities, starting with Lilith. What theme would Lilith like us to focus on or think about, or what does she bring or remove from our life at this time, or the Lovers Collective? Wow, fertility. Okay, and she is related to, you know, the health of babies and childbirth, and feminine equality. So fertility is very interesting. I think she had a lot of children herself. She had a lot of, well, some call them demons, but she had heaps of children. I'm going to look it up, but you should look it up as well. Lilith's children. And we have Libra, I balance. That is so insane because her message is equality, and Libra is all about balancing and equality. Let's delve deeper with tarot and ask what it is that she wants to tell us about fertility, balance, and equality. What situation is here? We have Star in reverse. What do we need to know about this Lilith? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing that hope is being renewed. And, oh, okay. This is a bit of a story. The old structures are being torn down. Oh, okay, we have Five of Cups in the upright. What else? Six of Swords. And one more, please. Six of Cups. Six energy. Back of the deck is the Ace of Swords. What are we saying here? There's something to be said about the power has been put in, the power has always been in your hands, and some way or somehow the power was given to someone else's, but in actuality you're the one that does all the work, or you're the one that has the opportunities. Now I'm getting a ringing in my ear, so I know that this is the message that I have to give. Yeah, so what it's saying is that somehow there has been like this this dream, or this idea has, like, it's assumed to have failed, but it hasn't failed, and in actuality you hold the choice of whether or not to go forward, but the attitude of someone around you is making you feel like you actually instead want to flee the situation. And Lilith is saying the person around you, there's someone around you that isn't putting in equally, and that energy in them either has to be healed, or you have to remove yourself. There's also a big focus on children and maybe having a baby, or looking after children, taking care of children. Someone's doing more than someone else. Someone is more valuable than someone else. And the other person is, they are, like, I see here that they can pull themselves into alignment if they choose to, but you have to kind of express your disappointment in the situation. or in their lack of effort for them to turn around and do better. And if they don't do better, you're asked, well, it looks as though you're being asked to leave, because there is actually someone else who is more willing to fulfill this with you. Let's just see what Lilith's advice is. Seven of Swords in reverse. What's the advice here, Lilith? The Lovers card comes out. What's the advice, Lilith, please? Three of Swords in reverse. Someone's choosing, and we've got the Empress in the upright. The Empress is usually portrayed as pregnant. It's time that you started highlighting the choices that someone has been making that have felt like an intentional choice to hurt you, or an intentional choice to choose the other option, or someone that's keeping you from progressing. It's like there's this energy here of that you want this thing, you could do this thing. It feels like having a baby, or looking after children, or having a family, or like creating some kind of home, some kind of beautiful home together, which requires a measure of equal input from both people. But someone isn't being equal in the distribution of effort, and someone is choosing outside the relationship or outside you. In every choice that they make, it's the choice is to go away, the choice is to leave. The things that you need to highlight is, though, with this person, is the times that they have betrayed you, the choices that they have made that have hurt you, that have broken your heart. And in this unveiling of the truth of the matter, only then can you heal enough to move forward. So there are two ways that you can move forward. You either move forward together, this person does their share, they does their work, they put the effort in, or the thing is that you're going to do this thing that you wanted to do either way. And Lilith is saying that this person is blocking your progress. They are blocking it on purpose. They don't want you to do it with someone else, but they also aren't letting you do it with them either. Okay, so they have to either change, or you have to go, so that you have a better chance of doing it or getting it done. There is someone actually waiting for you. If this person doesn't choose to make the choice, make the right choice towards the person that they love or that they care for, there is someone waiting in the wings who is ready, who's ready to do this. You won't be left wanting very long, is what Lilith is saying. Progress has to happen. You know what you want. You can't be held back anymore. And if this person doesn't want it, that's fine. But stop being the person that won't allow you to have it. That's the part that's not fair. That's the part that Lilith is saying that brings the inequality here, because someone is stopping you from doing the things that you want to do and hindering you from doing it with them as well. You can't have it both ways. You either let me do it off in my own way, or you help me to do it. Okay, so let's have a look. Thank you, Lilith, for that message. Let's have a look at what Shiva wants to tell you or have you focus on. Shiva, what would you like the Lovers Collective to know? Shiva comes with the energy of the Destroyer. We have forgiveness. I have forgiveness coming out. This one's going back. I don't know what it was. And what else? Wow, okay, we have love. The Lovers pulling every love card in the deck. Am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. Okay, Shiva's coming with the energy of love and forgiveness. Something has to be destroyed, something has to be forgiven, and love has to take its place. Let's clarify with tarot. Okay, Shiva's with the black numen card, which is a destroyer energy. I would expect nothing less from Shiva the Destroyer. Okay, so the black numen card is the card of going down with the ship. Shiva says you're going down with the ship because you imagine the next life you are reborn together and you get another chance to do it again. Okay, let's see what else. What else does Shiva want to tell you? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Swords in the upright. Queen of Pentacles. One more. What is the issue? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. A queen without a throne, I just heard. Queen without a throne. Someone doesn't want to build you a throne. Someone wants you to be a queen of the ashes. Back of the deck we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of the ashes, oh my goodness. And you can't see it. You can't see what's happening because you have this beautiful giving nature and you forgive everything. Shiva's saying you can't be a queen of the ashes any longer. You need to be on your rightful throne, because you're actually going to find yourself decimated by this energy. This energy takes and takes and takes until you're left with nothing. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This energy doesn't start reciprocating. You will find yourself left with nothing. This person will also leave you with nothing and find another source. Shiva is saying there is, in the area of your life, in love, you find yourself blinded by wanting to do the right thing for people and letting yourself sink with the ship. And you're a wealthy, prosperous, materially successful person. You build an empire, you have built empires, you continue to build, you can build anywhere. But the thing is that Queen of Pentacles is supported by the people around her as much as she supports them. The wealth is reciprocal in the Kingdom of Pentacles. The energy is reciprocal and she deserves the most energy and she gets the most energy. The Queen of Pentacles, people put a lot of effort towards her because she demands it and she deserves it. And that's something that you have to start demanding. It's like you have to close your purse. You can't keep giving. You have to close the purse and let them give back. And if they won't, well, let's see what the advice is. What is Shiva's advice in this matter? The Hermit reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed. Back of the deck we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Shiva is asking you to do things you would never have done before, to step outside your normal loop. You have a loop that you emotionally follow. This loop. This is a karmic loop for you. You consistently follow an emotional loop. Shiva is saying you've already learnt a lesson here, and it's time for you to move outside of your loop. It reminds me of Westworld, you know, when what's her name? The girl. Starts with D, Dolores. When Dolores starts stepping out of her loop a bit, and she starts to see the clarity of the situation, she can no longer invest in it. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is like, it's either something not considered, and it's something not invested in, or it's a return where you didn't realize you had one coming. So it's like getting something from being completely different, doing things outside of what you normally would do. If in a situation you would normally back down, pretend that nothing had happened, be the nice one, you're advised to do the opposite. You're advised to do the things that you have not been expected to do. Be eccentric, be like, do the things that you would say to other people is bad advice. You wouldn't do that because that's harmful, that's this and this and that. You have to push buttons now. Shiva is saying, when you push buttons, people reveal their true feelings, and that's what you're being encouraged to do. Push trigger points, push feelings, push the conversation to the forefront, is what Shiva is saying. And now let's have a look at what the Green Man would like to convey to you, Lovers Collective. What would the Green Man like to say? What topic? What change? Wow, we have passion from the Green Man. Interesting. Protection on the back of the deck. And one more theme from the Black Moon astrology cards. The 11th house, friends. Interesting. That's also like the Aquarius energy. That's like philosophy and being. We've got the fire element on the back of the deck, desire. Okay, Green Man, if you can please clarify what with tarot, what message do you want to convey to the Lovers Collective at this time? Oh, great. We have the Magician and the Chariot. What energy would you like to convey to the Lovers Collective? We have the Devil in the upright. Also a very passionate card. And we have Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Green Man is saying that there's the Eight of Pentacles reversed on the back of the deck. The Green Man is saying that one of you is concerned with manifestation, collaboration, moving forward, and the other one is concerned with physical pleasure, hedonistic pleasure, like someone wants more travel, someone wants more excitement. There's definitely a lot of excitement that is being highlighted. Green Man wants to bring excitement back into the relationship, but for you, excitement and passion doesn't come without love as well. It comes hand in hand. So it's like, unless someone is cherishing you in the way that you wish to be cherished, then you can't seem to find that excitement or that passion. There's so much energy here of both being like go-getters, both being people that want to get things done, that have the ability to achieve. The Knight of Wands here is like running away and doing something exciting together. There is this running away energy here. It's doing something like completely off the grid or bizarre. It's going to be helpful, like something that's away from the expected behavior of society. It's like you have to find some kind of ingenious like compromise between you, because at the moment there's not enough compromise. Two people are running full ball at different prizes, at different goals. The goals are not aligned, and that's why nothing is happening. Someone's goal is to go here, do this, travel, blah, blah, blah. The other person's goal is to solidify themselves, make a brand, make a business, like make a family, you know, make a the manifestation is going in two different ways. Let's see what Green Man's advice is for you. Green Man's advice is to bloom, like to grow, to try, to keep going, to push through it, to like smash through it. Got the Seven of Cups in reverse as advice. Clear the air, talk about it. Why is this happening? Why is it not happening? You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose by clearing the air and narrowing down on the things that you don't understand. If you're too afraid to have this conversation, then you're too afraid to take these next steps. Like, forget about the next steps. If you can't talk about them, then there's no point of doing them. It's either you power through with fearlessness. We've got the Three of Cups. If you do have the strength and the courage to speak on your emotions, it's like a celebration moment. Three of Cups is like a creation moment as well. It's a creation of joy. It's like the joy of more than one person creates a heightened sense of joy in the community. It provides more than just one person being happy. It's like it's like a party. It's like a concentrated high vibration moment is what you require to clear the air. And we've got the Hierophant, a higher level of commitment, forgiveness as well. The Hierophant forgives. It's like the Pope. It's like the priest in the Catholic Church. So we need clearing the air. We need a lack of confusion. To do this, we need to have fun. We have to raise the vibration high enough that we trust each other, we're happy with each other, that we can speak on things. And the Hierophant upright is supposed to be honest, truthful, dedicated to commitment, to a higher purpose, to a higher understanding. And are we both committed to this thing, or is one of us stepping away? And can we forgive each other for the things that we've done to each other in the past? Back of the deck energy is the Emperor reversed. Holding the reins too tightly is not going to get anything done. You have to make people feel free and happy in your energy. This goes for them and this goes for you as well. You have to feel happy. You have to feel celebrated, joyful. So let's see what other advice we can get overall for your reading, the Lovers. I love your reading, the Lovers. I love that the Lovers card come out. The Love Venus card has come out. Oh, Queen of Cups is out. We have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. This is your destiny. No one can stop you from doing your destiny. And as well, this is that not doing things that you wouldn't normally do. You have to be adventurous now. You have to be courageous now. You have to do things that you have to change the way that you're normally acting in situations and do something completely revolutionary. You have to revolutionize your life. We have a new start is coming, the new moon. So definitely you're bringing in a new energy into your life. Your relationship or your love life needs a shake up. You can't keep doing the same things. And then we have in the back of the deck, what do you need to release? Waning moon. You need to release the stagnancy, the tight grip that you have on things. And let's get a prophecy from these gods and goddesses, from these deities. What prophecy do you have for our Lovers Collective, please? What prophecy do you have? We have, oh my goodness, we have romance. So love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. And if you chose the Lover's pile, you are definitely seeking love and connection. And your deities are working towards you. They're sizzling things up. They're destroying the old. And they are bringing more equality within your relationships. Back of the deck, prophecy, we have perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. So, Lovers Collective, that is your reading on what gods and goddesses are standing with you. I hope that this gave you a bit of clarity. I hope it gave you hope, joy, happiness, a little bit of relief. And I hope you have a great day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Okay, bye. Hi and welcome to Lulicat Tarot. If you chose Balcony, this is your reading on what gods and goddesses stand with you. So today we're going to identify the deities and then find the themes that they want to look at and clarify them with oracle and some tarot cards. We are then going to get some advice for you and a prophecy at the end. So today I've got these two decks, gods and titans and goddesses and sirens, and I've just mixed them up so they're all mixed together because I don't want there to be, you know, an equal amount of gods and goddesses coming out. I want the ones to come out that are supposed to come out for your group. So for Balcony, the first card you have is push, fear. Okay. And I'm going to read out the information about these deities from the book because I don't know every single deity and I don't want to annoy them by misrepresenting them. So let's see who else we need to see for the Balcony Collective. We have Typhon, anger and rage. So one more please. What deity would like to come forward? These are quite fearsome deities, by the way. Oh, cool, we have a goddess, Kuan Yin. Compassion. I think Kuan Yin is Chinese goddess. Back of the deck we have Hathor, contentment, the Egyptian goddess of motherhood and fertility. So let's get some information around these gods who I am not familiar with. Push. Mayan god. Cool. So, push is the Mayan god of the dead. While most cultures have a god ruling over the underworld or death itself, the Mayans had a number of gods, ruling over 9 levels of hell. And Puch was the one feared most. Puch didn't just come gently for you or even wait patiently for your death. He hunted for you. Normally pictured as a skeleton with bones on his head and wearing bells, he was considered the most senior of all death demons. Living on the lowest level of the underworld known as Midnal, Puch would rise up and stalk the streets of the city at night, looking for his next victim. The Mayan feared death actively because of the horrors said to await them should they go to hell, and they were always aware that Puch could indeed be waiting for them around the next corner to take them. In fact, it is said that at night people went out on the streets, in particular if there was a sickness within their homes. Few people went out on the streets, in particular if there was a sickness within their homes. Okay. There was only one way to scare Puch away, and that was to scream and shout. Testimonies from the Spanish conquistadors included passages describing the loud wailing and screaming of the families of those who were extremely sick or who had passed. Strangely, it seemed to the Spanish that this noise didn't extend into the daylight hours. What they didn't realize was that the loud protestations were unnecessary. Well, were necessary to scare away the terrifying outreach when the sun shone. Should outreach come ringing with his bells, fear in all form comes to our consciousness. What are you most afraid of? Is it real? What can we do to break the hold fear has? All of these questions must be considered and answered if we're to move forward with ease and peace. All right. Fear, and then we have Typhon, anger, rage, a Greek deity. I think even might have been one of the primordial gods, Typhon, a son of, who was he? Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, a titan. Typhon is a titan. Typhon is perhaps one of the most terrifying titans from the ancient world. Gargantuan in size, Typhon possessed a huge scaly body like a dragon, and the head and torso of a man. Whilst fire was shot from his eyes, perhaps the most frightening thing about him was his seemingly unquenchable rage. Typhon was the last child of Gaia. Gaia had taken the side of the Titans during the war with Zeus and the Olympians. The Gigantes and all who fought with them were defeated, and many died, and this gave Gaia a hankering for revenge. Typhon, almost from the moment of his birth, had one reason for living, the expression of this rage. After many battles, with both parties injured in many versions of the story, Zeus finally defeated the mighty Typhon by lighting up the sky with thunderbolts and striking the monster. Zeus then imprisoned him under the volcano Mount Etna. The rumbling, smoking, and explosions can still be heard, and it is said that this is Typhon who still struggles with his rage beneath the black, smouldering earth. Typhon is also referred to as the father of monsters. His wife Echidna, the mother, and sired a number of very famous offspring. The Sphinx was a child of Typhon, intelligent yet deadly. She would slay anyone unable to answer her riddles. Cerberus, the three-headed hound who guards the doorway of hell, was the son of Typhon, as was the Numen lion. Should Typhon be paying you a visit today, it is a signal to be very aware of how you handle the emotions of anger and rage. Perhaps it is you that needs to learn how to manage the anger you feel more productively, or to express anger in a healthy way. Expressing no anger at all is not the solution either. Passive aggression is just covert anger, and causes just as many problems, in particular over the long term. Anger itself is not an inherently negative emotion, and does, in its purest form, have the positive intent of protection. And Kuan Yin. Let's have a look. Goddess. JK. Kuan Yin. I think she's Chinese. Within East Asian Buddhism and Taoism, Kuan Yin is the goddess of mercy and compassion. She is a bodhisattva, one who assists others within their suffering and to attain enlightenment. Her name literally means one who hears the cries of the world. Her energy is of the mother aspect, and she is perhaps one of the most popular goddesses in the Asian world. Her mythos is rich and complex. She was said to have been a beautiful princess, Miao Shan, who dedicated her life to religious practice against great odds, and her father's cruelty, and attained enlightenment in part by forgiving him. However, she so loved humanity and had so much compassion for others that she declined heaven and instead continues to work to this day, assisting others in achieving happiness and perfect love. This gentle goddess often appears in long white robes, signifying her purity and goodness, and carries a vase which symbolizes her flow of compassion upon the world. Kuan Yin is also a popular deity to consult when one is sick, simply because of her merciful nature and the way she will intercede when one is suffering. She is the patroness of infertile women, and many temples have a specific section where candles can be lit for this very purpose. For us to have the beginnings of true peace and to extend a compassionate hand to others, we must start with compassion for ourselves. Accepting who we are and where we are at without judgment are wise places to begin. Should Kuan Yin make herself known to you, it may be a signal to be kinder to yourself and to forgive yourself for past actions. She is also an action-orientated deity that appreciates changes when you make them. Okay. I think these are great decks, but I think it would be appreciated by all if their culture or nationality or origin was like more obvious. But anyway, just from the spelling of the name, this looks Chinese to me. So I'm pretty sure she is Chinese. Let me just make sure. I have to know. Goddess of Mercy, Imperial Guardian. Southwest China. Yeah, okay, great. I'm glad that I know that now. So, alright, let's find out what these gods and goddesses would like to talk about or let you know about. Let's start with our pooch, Fear. What subject or what thing are you bringing into the Balcony Collective's life? Or taking away, or what are we focusing on with you? The Mayan god of death, who hunts people and who is afraid of daylight. What would you like the Balcony Collective to know? We've got Home coming out, sorry, Home. Okay, and from the Black Moon astrology cards, let us one card, please. We have Sun Spirit. This is telling me there is like this fear of being yourself, being the person you are, being accepted, and feeling accepted, feeling at home. It's like having the fear of showing who you truly are, what you truly do, what truly lights you up, what you enjoy, even letting people know this. But let's clarify a little bit more with tarot. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse. Okay, the Nine of Swords in reverse. Strength in the upright. Knight of Cups in the reverse. And King of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the upright on the back of the deck. There is a fear that you will... Oh, this is a fear that you won't be able to create your own stability, create your own home. Your greatest fear is that the world has no real place for you, that you can't do what it is that makes you happy, that life doesn't have a plan to make you happy as well. But the thing is that who you are, at the center of these cards, we got the Strength card. Who you are is such a amazing and authentic, not just authentic, but you also are a character that is like you're such an empowered being. Who you are is so important. Who you are is so like you have great willpower. The strength card isn't just saying that you have inner strength or that you have the ability to withhold, you know, from like indulging or like being like out of control, like controlling yourself well. The strength card is someone who has the hero characteristics. This is someone who is, and the Chariot is out in reverse as well. It's like you fear that you won't ever be the hero of your own life, the hero of your own story, and that you won't ever be able to maintain stability or create for yourself enough wealth, and that life has no purpose for you to enjoy it, and only to it's like you're giving up on the idea that that who you are and what you are is important anymore. It's like you're rolling over these things, you're pretending these things have no meaning and no power, like that you're just a tool for capital gains for someone else to make money off of you, and that what you want has no worth. But that's not true. The Sun card is here, and you also have the Strength card. They're both Sun cards, you know. The Strength, and it's also Leo energy as well. So this is the sign of the self, being proud of the self, because who you are at the core is Sun energy is the energy of the being so bright and so illuminated and so like so much value is given by the sun. The sun gives light. The sun gives us the ability to see. The sun gives us the ability to have warmth, to live, to grow, to nurture. But the other thing is that the sun is the center of our solar system. The sun is the center of attention, and the sun can sometimes the sun is the sun, so the sun doesn't see itself. It doesn't see itself sometimes as the most important thing in many creatures or many beings' lives. But the fact of the matter is that the sun sustains. Without the sun, we are nothing. And it's like trying to remind you that the importance of your role in sustaining many lives. And not only that, but being proud of the things that you do, being proud of what you give to people, what you show to the world, who you are and what you do. So what is the advice from this Mayan god? We have the Tower. Let things fall as they should. Some things are ready to end in your life. Some things are ready to fall away. The King of Swords in reverse. So that is telling me that there are people who are deliberately withholding information from you, or institutions that are deliberately withholding the knowledge that you need to get your own justice. But these things, if the Tower is coming out, these things are being swept out of your life. I think these things are being stalked by Pooch, who is removing these influences from your life so that you can feel free to shine again. And we have the Seven of Swords. Oh my god, someone is, look, Pooch is removing your enemies from your life, but under the cover of darkness. You don't see it, but it's happening. And you are also encouraged to do the same, to swiftly and without sound, stealthily remove yourself from these influences in your life. We have the Seven of Cups on the back of the deck, which is telling me that there's a lot of confusion that's unnecessary. There's a lot of confusion born in your life because of people's willingness to take unnecessary control of what you do, where you go, who you're with, who you see, who you talk to. And our push is coming through to let you know that in order for you to be prosperous, some of these things are going to be destroyed by their hand. Let's have a look at what Typhon brings to you or would like you to know. Oh, okay. Always starting with a storm, Typhon. Let's try that again. What would Typhon like you to know? The Balcony Collective. Grieving is coming out here. So we have anger, rage, and grieving. Back of the deck there is new beginnings. What do we need to know? What does Typhon want the Balcony Collective to know? What energy does the Balcony Collective need to embody or remove from their energy? We have Pluto, transformation. Back of the deck is Chiron, healing. So, anger, rage, grieving, and transformation. Anger and rage is known to be, it's like the mask. Anger is the mask of fear or sadness or grieving. Anger is, it's like a refraction of it. It's like a reflection of what's actually underneath, which is usually pain. So we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. There's something that you're mourning. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oh! Six of Wands in reverse. Your attitude is what you are. Ooh, Page of Wands in the upright. One more card. We have the Knight of Swords. Back of the deck, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're mourning a relationship that ended because someone expected more than you were able to give. And I also see that there is an energy here of like opportunities being removed from your path, like people snatching things out from under you that you didn't realize were for you, that you didn't have defense of. It's like something handed, you know, put in your reach and then snatched away before you could actually take the chance to get it. I just saw 2222 on the timer. There was like a relationship that you had, or like there are connections that you made with people that were quickly superseded by other connections elsewhere. It was like you were just about to move on it. You were just about to consolidate things, and they were snatched away from you before you had the chance to really make an impression. And that's what's led to you feeling this lack of confidence in the self, because you had this understanding that this opportunity was taken away, but you misinterpreted it as yourself being rejected, when in fact it wasn't you being rejected. It was just that these things weren't suited for you actually, but it's something that you hold inside as like the thorn in your paw, you know, in the lion's paw. It's like it really hurts you to think about these lost opportunities, and that these lost opportunities may somehow mean that you're not worthy of them, but that's not the case at all. And you're actually going to come into some good news soon, like a message, or like something fast is coming your way. Something quickly is changing. A big transformation is coming, but you have to forgive. You have to forgive and grieve first. You have to grieve for what these things were that you lost, or like that played out incorrectly. The best thing that some advice of things that I have done to remove regret from my own life is, it may seem like basic, or like it wouldn't work because it's not, you know, it's not powerful, but this is powerful. Okay, I didn't think it was until I started doing it. Now I see that you can rewrite your own history in your mind almost. So go back to that moment, go back to the time where things happened, where the issue occurred, and in your mind write the story of what would have happened if it went the way that you wanted it to go, and play that story out in your head as in the best outcome that you would have preferred to have occurred. Let that story be written in your mind, or write it down on a piece of paper. In some way that resolves it in your heart, in your body. When you visualize that ending instead of the ending that actually happened, it's like you can finally let it go. It doesn't have to hold so much power over you anymore, because you actually see it to the end of the line, and you see what outcome would have come from that story had you had the power to change it in the way that you wanted to change it. Let's see what the advice is from Typhon. Typhon is like saying, you're so angry about this, but you won't grieve it. You just keep pretending that it's not here. And Pluto comes in with quick change. Pluto is a fast mover. Number 11. Okay, we have 9 of Cups in reverse. You don't know, but this thing that you thought you wanted was nothing like what you wanted. If it had have come into your reality, you would not have enjoyed it at all. It would have made you unhappy. It wouldn't have given you any satisfaction. Okay, let's see what else. What other advice does Typhon have? Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's a lie that you have told yourself. It's not a truth. It's built on fallacy. It's not correct. There's no truth to the matter. It's a lie that you tell yourself. It's a story that doesn't hold any truth. That's why the Sun card and the Strength card is so important for you, to shine light on what the truth is. 10 of Cups. This thing happened to provide you with a better opportunity, to provide you with emotional happiness and emotional fulfillment that could not have been found. You've gone from the 9 of Cups in reverse to the 10 of Cups in the upright. It's a lie that you're telling yourself that you have to release from your body. So your body doesn't know the difference. Your body doesn't know the difference between what's happening now and what's happened in the past. Your body can't tell. So when your mind is triggered and you think back to that time, your body feels the emotions, the pain, the stress, the trauma, the anger all over again when you think of it in the same like hindering light that you continue to hold it under, as in to say that this thing is the thing that held you back and stops your life from moving forward. Your body feels that and holds it, and your body doesn't have the ability to forget. So if you rewrite the story in your mind, rewrite the way that it went down, and like live as if that were the truth of it, it removes the shock and the trauma from your body, and you actually feel it passing from you. You can physically feel your body give a sigh of relief that this thing is no longer affecting you. We have a Knight of Pentacles in reverse on the back of the deck. It's stopping your progress to believe this lie. It wasn't meant for you. Let's see what Kuan Yin would like you to think about. Kuan Yin, what do you bring? What would you like the Balcony Collective to release? Kuan Yin from Southwest China? Yes. Wow! Confidence. Yes. Confidence and compassion. Back of the deck we have dreams. Kuan Yin wants you to believe in your dreams. Is Kuan Yin the Queen of Dreams? Goddess of Compassion. I don't know, but I lived in Melbourne in Footscray. There is like a temple and there is a statue of a goddess. I think she is the Queen of Dreams. And I wonder if that's Kuan Yin. Anyway, let's get another theme that Kuan Yin wants you to think about or utilize, or is ushering into your life, or is working on for you in the background. What is Kuan Yin wanting you to focus on or know about or understand? Oh! It surprised me when this happens. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Okay. The fire element, desire. Wow, interesting. Kuan Yin wants you to go after what you want. Confidently. Back of the deck we have Mars, force. 8th house energy, Scorpio energy. We have Pluto as well, which is Scorpio energy. Big transformation, big changes are happening. Big things being torn down. We have the Tower card as well, 8th house energy. Big things are being torn away. Bad things actually are being torn away and being corrected. Bad pain, bad scars are being removed from you so that you can go forward after what it is that you actually want. What you actually deserve. No, I'm being corrected again. What you deserve. You don't deserve how it is right now. You deserve more. You hadn't believed that you're worth more. Okay, Kuan Yin, please clarify what you would like the Balcony Collective to know. Okay. Oh. We have 4 of Pentacles in the upright. Magician in reverse. Yeah, you're holding on to an illusion. You're holding on to something. You have an unhealthy attachment to an illusion. Page of Cups in reverse. It stops you from accepting new love, new beauty, new relationships are being, like you're passing them over because you have this this pain that you put in its way. You're going through 8 of Cups in reverse. You're repeating a cycle, a traumatic cycle. You have to step out of this trauma cycle that you are putting yourself through. It's not your story. That's not the way that it ends. We have the High Priestess in the upright. That's amazing. You're going to get dreams. I think she is the Queen of Dreams. If she's not, the Queen of Dreams might also be a goddess who you need to look into. But you have dreams coming towards you. Back of the deck we have Knight of Pentacles in reverse again. This is the stopping of your progress. But there are secrets inside. There are secrets being revealed to you. Maybe a truth to be revealed as well. You're going to come across some information, or even a dream actually. You're going to have this strange dream, and when you have it, the emotions in it are going to be real. You're going to feel anger. You're going to feel pain. You're going to feel annoyed. But the thing is that it might be something strange, like you're in the position of the other person. You're doing to them what they did to you, but from your perspective. And the meaning of it doesn't come through till later. And when you see someone in that light and you treat them the way that they treated you, and you see their anger the way that you would have been angry, it plays it out almost, and then the playing out of that dream like resolves the tension of it, resolves the trauma of it somehow. I'm only saying this because I had a dream like that last night and I didn't know what it meant, and I was like, why is this? Why would this happen in the dream? Why did they look different? Why did this happen? Why would I be the one that would say that? I would never say that. That's not how I would say that. But Spirit was trying to tell me that this is how you would have felt, or this might be how this happened in a previous life, or this might be how this happened to that person when they were younger, or like in a different situation. You're now getting to see where this stems from, and this stems from this situation in your dream. What is the advice, please, from Kuan Yin? Oh, okay. Wow. All right. King of Wands in reverse. Release your anger. Release the torment that you hold upon yourself. Okay, yes. We have Eight of Swords in reverse. Release. We have Temperance, healing. And Temperance is a card of angels. She's an angel, and she's also an alchemist. She takes two impossible things and creates a third, more impressive thing. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Release yourself from, like, let go. It's like energetically let go of something. Surrender. Allow it to pass through you. Relieve yourself of these wands that you are hurting yourself with. But Temperance says that Kuan Yin or someone has a part to play in allowing you this compassion. Either a dream or some kind of knowledge comes across. Something mystical and magical is going to happen that makes you rethink this. You might not believe that this is going to happen. You might not believe that anything could stop you feeling this way. Because I honestly thought that nothing could stop me feeling the way I felt until I had that dream yesterday. And it sat with me for a long time before I actually understood what it meant. Allow, like, Nine of Wands, don't be too defensive. Allow your mind to wander to wherever it wants to go. Let's get for you some more advice from this moonology deck. Oh no. Moonology deck. Okay. Sorry, I'm just dropping everything everywhere today. It's a whole new setup, as you can see, so I'm not used to it yet. What advice do you have for the Balcony Collective? What do these deities have? What advice do they have for the Balcony Collective? We have work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Exactly. Work through the fear that you have that you are not enough. You are completely enough. Like, let things play out in your head. Okay, you're afraid of this thing happening. See it to its end in your mind. If that thing does happen, then what? So what? It actually doesn't mean as much as you think it means. We have the new moon. A new start is coming. You have a whole new fresh outlook to take on the world. Back of the deck we have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. New love. New loving situations that you have been rejecting, that you don't need to reject. That may actually hold the key to your healing, your next phase of your life. Let's have a look at what prophecy these deities have for you. What prophecy for the Balcony Collective, please? Okay. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. And I feel like that's you not taking enough chances because you're afraid. Because you let yourself being held in fear. Back of the deck we have personal riches. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. Okay, that's everything I have for you, Balcony Collective. I hope this provided some clarity. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you can look into these deities a little bit more and like see what kind of changes they have for you. They want to make themselves known for you for a reason, and they're working for you in the background. They're getting things done for you. They're pushing things around them. They're allowing you to feel compassion for yourself again, and I think that's amazing. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great day or night, whatever time it is where you are, and thanks so much for coming to my reading. Bye. Hi and welcome to Lulicat Tarot. I am Leisha, aka Lulicat, and this is my free tarot channel on YouTube. If you chose Temple, this is going to be your reading on what gods and goddesses are standing with you. We're going to identify the deities and then find out what themes they want to look at with oracle cards and tarot. We'll then get advice and a prophecy to finish up. So I have these two decks that I've mixed together. This one is the gods and titans, and this one is goddesses and sirens. So let's shuffle and see which deities are wanting to come out for you today, Temple Collective. Wow, okay, we have Hades. Amazing. God of Death. We have Ganesha, obstacles. Okay, and we have Aries, God of War. Interesting masculine energy coming out for you, Temple Collective. On the back of the deck, we have Vulcan, inventiveness. Okay, now I'm just going to read a bit about them from the book because I don't want to get them mixed up, get their stories out incorrectly. I don't want to offend the gods. So let's start with Hades, God of Death and the underworld, married to Persephone, Queen of Springtime and flowers, and also of the underworld. Okay, so guarding the gates of the underworld crouches the three-headed dog Cerberus, snarling and growling at anything that moves. Okay, anyway. Hades is the Greek god of death. Its name itself comes from the Hellenic word for invisible. This was because the realm of the underworld, also referred to as Hades, was invisible to all. Plus, Hades owned a special helmet permitting the wearer to be undetectable. This weapon was featured in a number of stories and was worn by many other gods in war. Hades inherited the underworld when Cronus divided the territories, his brothers Zeus and Poseidon receiving the sky and sea respectively. Wealthy due to the unlimited riches of precious metals in his kingdom, Hades was intelligent and not at all monstrous. Although feared by man naturally, Hades was not a particularly nasty god and looked for love like his brothers. The story of Persephone is possibly the most famous story featuring Hades, and one which shows that death is just another cyclical part of life. Hades fell in love with Zeus and Demeter's daughter Persephone, and Zeus promised Hades her hand in marriage. Unfortunately, he does not tell the women this, and as it turns out, they do not agree. In frustration, Hades kidnaps her. Taking her down to his deep, dark domain, he tries to woo her. Demeter searches the world for her daughter and in her grief stops facilitating the growth and production of all food and plants. Everything dies and man begins to starve. Meanwhile, Hades offers Persephone a pomegranate. This is the fruit of death, and anyone who eats of this must stay in Hades. By this time, the gods have figured out that Hades has Persephone, and Zeus asks for her release. However, because Persephone has eaten 6 seeds, Hades has claim to her for 6 months of the year. Demeter has her the other 6 months. So every 6 months the earth dies back, and Hades claims the season winter and his bride. Should Hades come forth, this does not normally signify a physical death. An ending or leaving behind is more likely, and this is not a negative thing. Okay, let's have a look at Ganesha. A Hindu god. The god Ganesha is one of the most beloved of the Hindu gods. Everywhere you turn in modern India, there is a joyful elephant-headed deity, balancing on one leg, often riding a mouse, pushing away your worries and negativity. Ganesha was shaped from the earth by the goddess Parvati. When her husband Shiva returned and saw a young man with her, in his anger he attacked Ganesha, severing his head. Parvati then revealed who Ganesha was, and Shiva sent his soldiers away and instructed them to return with the head of any sleeping being who was facing north. An elephant was found, and its head was then attached to the body of Ganesha. His life was restored, and Shiva declared that from then on he would always be loved by the community, and his name would be invoked as a blessing prior to the beginning of any major undertakings like new businesses, developments, and projects of all kinds. Ganesha is an active god. Although many think of him as laid back, he is often pictured with a sweep on his round belly and seated. In the old stories, he was a brave warrior, fighting demons or dancing wildly his cosmic dance, pushing away any lack of flow. He carries an axe which he swings, destroying pride, inertia, and vanity. Ganesha is often seen with Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, and they are often worshipped side by side, particularly by business people wanting the double blessing of a successful business without too many obstacles. A statue or picture of Ganesha in your car assists in avoiding accidents and traffic, and he grants peace to a house should his form be placed at the front door. Ganesha is also the patron of writers, having penned the epic the Mahabharata, and the perfect deity to call on to break the obstacle of writer's block. Okay, and we have Aries, war. Certainly not the only deity in the Greek pantheon that enjoyed a good battle. Ares was the only one that represented pure, unadulterated bloodlust and force. The battlefield is a horrific place. Without the long-range weapons we have now, fighting in ancient times was a close-quartered and wild event. Brutality, blood, and mad courage flowed everywhere, and this is Ares' energy. Ares enjoyed watching and inspiring the riskiest of endeavors. His parents Hera and Zeus at times turned their back to him, disgusted at his pleasures. Although war seemed like the pinnacle of manly strength and testing, Ares didn't just support all men in war. He supported whoever showed the kind of battle style he favored, which was a love of fighting over all else. In his work Argonautica, Apollonius Rhodius describes the warlike Amazons. They were brutal and aggressive, and their main concern in life was war. War indeed was in their blood, daughters of Ares as they were. Temples to Ares were also found in Sparta, a society that made the martial arts almost a religion, and which human sacrifices were made. So this is focusing on the war attributes of Ares, but like the star sign Aries, Aries is actually a lot about being a hero as well. It's often about honor, nobility. It's about having courage, having the courage to jump forward into life. Aries is that Mars energy. It's like a masculine, forceful, dynamic energy. It's not just concerned with bloodlust and battle and fighting, but there is also passion and sensuality and sexuality even, and fighting for what you believe in is also part of believing in Aries. So those are also some characteristics that Aries brings. Aries was like, you know, Aries was like, in physical form, people would relate Hercules or Achilles to Aries, as in people who were noble and who fought for causes, and who were great strategists. War is also about strategy. So keep those things also in mind when thinking of Aries, the god of war. Let's now delve a bit deeper and see what themes Hades would like to bring up for you, the Temple Collective. We have answers. Okay. And we'll use these Black Moon astrology cards and get another theme. Taurus, I have answers. I have knowledge. Hades is coming to you, bringing you some kind of understanding. Something about family, duty, honor. Let's delve a little bit deeper with tarot. Clarify for us, Hades, what it is that you'd like to tell us. Well, tell the Temple Collective. What messages do you bring the Temple Collective? Five of Cups in the upright. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing an ending. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. The Tower in reverse on the back of the deck. So something came to a swift ending here. There was something that had to fall away for anything prosperous to come through. It was like something was bringing you bad luck or bad karma, and it was slowing you down as well. But it's something that you've really mourned, and it's like you invested a lot of energy in this. So to see it end, it's like you did all this active work for nothing. Hades is actually saying, in the ending of this ambition that you had, what you think has turned out to be a turn of bad luck, sorry, or it's something that you're being very stubborn about. You were persistently pursuing something that was refusing to pay dividends or give back, and there's more answers that are going to come to light. there's more, but something has to happen first. There has to be a karmic turn of events. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out here for you, which means that there is a huge twist to the story. There's a huge twist of fate. And until this twist happens, you won't understand why this thing had to come to a close. This thing had to come to an ending. But Hades is the god of like the cyclical nature of death and life. So something had to die for something better to be born, or for something more prosperous to be born. It's like the pulling of a weed. Hades is saying the pulling of a weed so something better can grow there. The Knight of Wands in reverse energy is like something that never took. You planted the seed and it wouldn't take. It wouldn't return the energy that you were giving back. So let's see what the advice is from Hades. What advice do you have, Hades, for the Temple Collective? Wow, white numen. You have to get into your flow state. Wheel of Fortune is about flow state as well. And white numen is the endless movement of creation. It's the balancing of all elements. And the white bull runs freely, like inspired, you know. It will never break its ankle on a rock or anything. Where it goes, what it finds is actually like, it's not that it's destined, but it's like there's all this forethought, like not forethought, but it's like you can't fail almost. It's the energy of being in it's like, have you ever felt everything around you moving and you just go with it? Like sometimes there'll be crazy things will happen, you know, and then it's like I'm released from an idea of that thing, like some belief that I held. And then suddenly the releasing of that belief that I had allows me to relax and just go where the wind takes me. And I feel this almost immense relaxation, but I'm moving. Do you know what I mean? So I'm active, I'm pushing, I'm moving forward. But it's like there's no obstacle that can stop me in that place. Like traffic won't stop me. I'll get every green light, you know? I'll be smoothly sailing everywhere I'm going and nothing will stop. So what else is the advice from Hades? Okay, we have the Page of Cups in the upright and the Emperor in the upright. You might be receiving a message from someone. You might be making a connection with someone new. Someone who's very powerful might come into your life out of nowhere. Someone who has an idea of what they really have a plan for you, of what they want you to do. Something that they want your help with maybe, or even like a connection that they'd like to start with you. This is the energy of someone who is all about their business, all about getting things done. Someone who has a lot of wisdom, someone who takes care of a lot of people. This might even be you. It's like you suddenly you relax into something, or you relax and let something go, and suddenly everything starts moving for you again, and you can start making action. You can start taking yourself in different areas that you would not have been able to access before, because the access is now granted from the releasing of a former idea. So let's now have a look at what Ganesha wants you to look at. What themes is Ganesha? Okay, willpower coming out straight away. Ganesha wants you to have willpower. Prosperity. Ooh. Willpower to overcome the obstacles. And what other part would Ganesha like you to focus on? Let's find out. Amazing. Genius, Uranus. That's like Aquarius energy. The thing about Uranus is that it's completely different from every other planet because of, on the back of the deck we have Leo, I will. It's completely different because of its axis. It's almost like vertical compared to every other planet, which is upright, so to speak, which makes Uranus's perspective on the universe completely unique from anyone else. And so the ideas, the genius, the unexpected innovation that comes from that is what drives that kind of Aquarian like innovation. Is it like 11th house kind of genius? It's like this problem that you have requires innovation, and it requires you to take strength to complete it. So let's have a look at what Ganesha is saying you need to, what obstacles are for you, or clarify for us a bit further, Ganesha, what it is that the Temple Collective need to know about. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So this is people not collaborating with you or not recognizing you. We have the Two of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Wands. There is a past connection that is holding you back because of like baggage that you hold because of it. Either physical, like as in there are tasks you have to take care of. There could be children or something. There could be a business that you've had together. There is something that is tying you to this connection that is unwilling to work with you due to past pain. We have here the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So someone is holding fast to this connection and hoping that it will have a second wind. And someone is also hoping for the wiser person to be more forgiving, for the wiser person to absolve them from something that they are holding. So Four of Pentacles here with the Ten of Wands is showing me that someone is not willing to give up either this idea that they have. It's an idea that they built on from the past. Let's see what the back of the deck is. Temperance in reverse. It's like they had this idea that you were supposed to be in each other's lives, or like there was a destiny element, but in fact destiny has pulled you out of each other's lives. And there's something here that's just not working. The Hierophant is also kind of showing it's that connection to the otherworldly as well. It's like listening to the universe's plans, the universe's ideas, and allowing that like creative inspiration to provide you with an answer. There's something that's going to come from, like, perhaps this is the advice for you, by the way. So advice is the Star. Don't give up hope. What you want is wanting you. Your path is more lit up than you realize, and all you need to do is take one step at a time. You actually cannot fail. The Star is showing that there are other energies here leading you to a path that has been your destiny, you know, since the time of your birth, basically. What other advice do you have, Ganesha, in regards to these obstacles? You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Slow down, I heard. Slow down on moving, on having to move things forward. You don't actually have to move things anymore. You actually have to allow like some room for things to slide, for things to fall down, for things to fall apart. I think you've been holding on too tightly to something, trying to get something to work. And by being too controlling over it, it's like you're not letting something fail the way that it should be failing. Or like you've got to stop putting in work to something that you don't actually care about the outcome for. We also have the Knight of Cups in the upright. So this is the energy of someone moving towards where their heart is wanting them to actually be. It's like the energy of someone who is like a romantic, someone who believes in the divine, someone who has amazing intuitive abilities, and someone who believes in the blessings that have been given to them and that they will move them forward. Ganesha has blessings for you. Blessings that are being granted in moving you forward in your path, but you have to take a lighter step. You have to be like, you can only move in a way that grants you joy and happiness. You can't move in a way that's toiling. We also have the Six of Swords in the upright on the back of the deck energy, and that's telling me that the way that this has to move has to be like seamless. It has to be like floating down a river. I'm reminded of that song by Incubus. How does it go? It's like floating down the river. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like, it reminds me of like being in a canoe and floating down the Mekong, you know, and just allowing the current to take you where you have to go. Instead of pushing in directions that haven't really led anywhere, you're being asked to be innovated and to be led by what you love, led by what is making you feel passion again, instead of led by duty. You can't be led by duty here anymore, because they're saying that the duty is no longer yours. It's no longer your duty to hold or uphold. You've been released from this duty, but it's like clinging to you because it doesn't want to allow change into the world. But you have to be stronger. Like, you are the smarter one. You are the Hierophant here. You are the stronger one. You have to be the more wise one. You have to be the one that understands the nature of endings. Like Hades is trying to give you the understanding of endings. Some things have to end. Some places where things are no longer growing, there has to be more endings. That's a lot of this is happening during the eclipse season. The eclipse is bringing natural endings to silly or situations that have just dragged on in our lives for far too long. You know, they've held power over us for far too long, and this eclipse is bringing in fast changes of removing this. As long as you act with your integrity and following your own heart's desires, then you'll be led automatically into ingenious ideas that remove you from the situation that you want to be removed from. So let's have a look at Aries war. It's interesting that war is to be your last theme, kind of, or your last god, god of war. It's like over here, you remove, you transform something, you allow it to die. Here you find unique and interesting ways to go towards what you want and remove things from your life that are no longer working. And now we have a warlike energy. It's like you get pushed to a point of, this is me now fighting back and saying, okay, this is what I want. This is how I have to be. This is how I have to make things work. If it's not going to work like this, I'll have to make it work myself. Okay, so we have Aries, war, life purpose, fighting for your life purpose, fighting for meaning. And on the back of the deck, we have love. Let's see what else is influencing you. What else does Aries want you to think about? What else is Aries bringing into your life or removing from your life? What blessings? What transformation? What work is Aries doing in the background for you? We have Gemini, I think. Air energy. So back of the deck energy is Mercury retrograde, reinvention. That's that Uranus energy, reinventing something. Let's get a little bit more clarity with tarot. What do we mean about, what is Aries asking us to, pushing us towards your life purpose? Thinking about what it is that you actually want to move. Wow, we've got the Magician and we've got the Page of Wands. This is making action towards what lights you up in life, what brings you excitement. It also is a message. It also means like someone's going to come along with an offer or an opportunity or some kind of invitation, and in order to start your next cycle, you have to be willing to take action towards it. Like maybe you have been in this sitting energy, this life purpose thinking energy for a long time now, and it's time that you actually take the actions towards it. Aries is definitely the active pushing energy, which is in alignment with the Magician card. It's taking the tools that you have and creating victory with it. So what else, Aries, would you like us to know about life purpose and Gemini? We have Black Numen in reverse. So Black Numen in reverse is the energy of not sinking with the ship, not allowing something to drown you, not allowing yourself to be killed by something that has no purpose for you, that has no meaning. Don't allow your inside, like your soul, to be crushed by something that is meaningless for you. Aries, this could be a new career for you, like a new, Aries could be pushing you towards a new, like some kind of new role, like some kind of new job opportunity even. We have the World in reverse. This is like the energy of like this is a cycle that has taken far too long. The World in reverse is showing that this hasn't been quick to close out. This feels like it's almost been more than one cycle of this lesson that you've had to learn. You may have learned this lesson 3 times over already. There may be like 3 or 4 relationships in your life that you had to cling to the bitter end before they dissolved of some like tower moment. We also have the 5 of Pentacles here. So yeah, it's making you live in a way that you're left wanting all the time. You're left on the outside of your actual desires, of what you actually want in this world. You feel like you are never like let in. The 5 of Pentacles is usually shown by 2 people outside of a church in the cold, in the snow. These people are like, they don't realize it, but they have help right there. They can accept help from the church at any time. The church can bring them sanctuary, but they are like either too blind to understand, or they're just in a I haven't like really clarified what I'm asking for, but these 2 cards just came out, Justice and Temperance in reverse. So you're due justice, and I think Aries is going to bring you justice for the things that have been taking too long. There's things here that haven't healed themselves, and parts of you that have to heal, and there's justice that has to be done in your name as well. I think Aries is doing things in the background, like taking control of things. Maybe also like Aries is pushing opportunities towards you that you may not have had a chance to come across otherwise. What else is Aries doing? Well, what other advice does Aries have for the Temple Collective? You might want to like set up like a altar even, or like if you resonate with any of these gods or deities, you may want to set up your own kind of thanks to them. Like candles are always good. You can read up on what kind of offerings they would like. You can just provide thanks for the action that they are taking behind the scenes of your life. We have here 2 of Swords, standing strongly behind your beliefs and not letting yourself bow down before someone who is of equal strength. Just because someone also believes strongly in what they think doesn't mean that what you think isn't right. It just means that neither of you are looking at the same viewpoint, and neither of you are taking into consideration the entire picture. And Aries is saying your picture is worth fighting for, so stop giving up on your own picture. The back of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. This is going to help you heal from wounds that you have been carrying with you from a long time, of people who have betrayed you and yet still cling to you or still force you to be around them without changing themselves or without allowing you to evolve and in doing so stops you and makes you stagnant in your own life because you don't believe that you deserve more. We're just going to get you some advice cards now, and then we're going to get you your prophecy, Temple Collective. I don't take it lightly that you chose the temple, and I do believe that having your own altar and, you know, cherishing your own deities, or you know, lighting candles and praying, I think these are things that you would benefit from. Giving thanks or gratitude, like these are always things that help move your manifestations forward. So let's get some advice for the Temple Collective, please, Spirit. We have prosperity lies ahead, numen Taurus. This is the second Taurus card that you have. So Taurus energy may be, you know, it may resonate with you. We also have Gemini energy. We have Aquarius with the Uranus. What else do we have here? We have the Emperor, which is Aries. Hierophant, Taurus again. I think the Four of Pentacles is Taurus energy just because it's that stubborn Earth Pentacle energy. We have Libra here with Justice, and obviously we have all the fire signs because we have Aries here, and we, you know, a great many Wands cards, so Leo and Sagittarius might also be important. Let's see, what other advice do these deities have for you today? You also might be hearing that it's a little bit of a party next door, so apologies if there's some screaming in the background. That's just my life. So the other advice card is New Moon. A new start is coming. So these are both new moon cards. There's new energy for you. On the back of the deck, we have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. That's that Two of Swords energy, not having the bigger picture. And finally, let's get a prophecy for you from these deities. What prophecy would you like to leave the Temple Collective with? What prophecy would the Temple Collective need to be left with? Prophecy, please. What prophecy? Here we go. So we have health. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. And we did see some new important and powerful people coming into your life earlier with the tarot. Back of the deck we have property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transactions. Okay, well, I really hope that was helpful for you, Temple Collective, and I hope that you got a lot of clarity in regards to any issues that you might be having at the moment. I'd like to say thank you for coming to my reading, and I hope you have a great day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Okay, bye.